clearly ambitious about making your bank, the Bank of Singapore, into Asia's leading global private wealth manager. Tell us how you're going to get there.
When we talk about being Asia's leading global private bank, right, it's not just merely an aspirational slogan or goal, right? I think first of all we have to recognize that there is a structural shift in global wealth. So increasingly, right, Asia is where wealth is being created and generated and passed on, right? So the question right now, or the challenge for many banks over here, is how do we become the most trusted partner to that wealth every step of the way, not just now, but every generation. I feel that for Bank of Singapore, we are quite uniquely positioned. First, we are a pure play private bank. We are the dedicated private banking arm of a large universal bank, a large integrated financial services group. So OCBC is a large, corporate bank. We also have an insurance arm. So we are small and nimble enough, right, as a dedicated private bank, open architecture, but at the same time, we can service our clients leveraging off the larger group, to provide them a seamless, institutional solutions, anything from capital markets to treasury to private banking. This is where, where BOS can offer. So this integrated model, is a real differentiator in the market. So from my perspective, wearing my hat as the General Counsel and Chief Reg Compliance Officer, right, is to ensure how we build this foundation of integrity. Because private banking, the baseline, the foundation is about integrity. It's about disciplined risk management. It's about sustainable growth, right? And this depends on trust ultimately. And trust comes from sound governance, from prudent innovation, as well as really to put the client at the center of everything we do, to always do the right thing for our clients. So this is why I feel, really confident that, we have a unique proposition. We are uniquely placed to drive, the bank forward.
As you said, we are witnessing one of history's greatest wealth transfers in Asia, as the first generation entrepreneurs are passing down their fortunes to the next generation. This sounds like both an enormous opportunity and responsibility on you and your team. What do you feel like the hardest task being in your position at this particular moment?
A couple of things actually, right? Wealth generated here is first generation wealth, because a lot of it is post-World War, right?
Right.
So second generation, we're talking about second gen, third gen, and this is a big, I would say the first large wealth transfer, at least in this region. So a lot of the things that people look at, right, they are hoping for support, right, where banks can give them a real differentiator. So from where I'm coming from, we see our role. I see our role as bankers, or as legal compliance officers, supporting the front. That we're not just mere executors of transactions, but seriously, we are stewards of our legacies. We partner with our clients and their advisors to help design robust cross-border estate and succession planning structures, establish family offices, philanthropic vehicles to support their needs, ensure compliance across jurisdictions. Compliance is a big issue right now. We also focus a lot on next generation engagement. Right? So this is also a challenging part, and yet a highly interesting part, because it's really to prepare the successors or heirs, right, to be not just beneficiaries of great wealth, but to be thoughtful stewards, responsible stewards. So this is a highly challenging area, and I do feel that the very fact that like for Bank of Singapore or OCBC Group, we are not just banks in Asia. We are Asian, right? The bank itself was founded by immigrants. OCBC is the oldest bank in Singapore. So we do understand, from a values perspective, what the ultra high net worth, what they're looking for, what their needs are, and how we can better support them.
You've mentioned client needs as one of the priorities of the Bank of Singapore. what we're also seeing nowadays is ultra high net worth families across Asia are having more and more sophisticated needs for wealth management and wealth planning. Bank of Singapore, as you mentioned, has a rich historical legacy and unique cultural identity. But in Asia, you're going head to head against institutions like the UBS, the HSBC, JP Morgan, lenders that have dominated the space of wealth management in this region for decades. Do you feel like your team sometimes have been playing catch up?
Okay, that's a really good question, right? Let me take it one by one. I think first of all, just to comment, like the needs of the ultra-high families today, they go far beyond just pure investment advice, right? They require, many of them are global citizens, so they require cross-border estate planning, they want access to capital markets, they want bespoke financing solution, they want philanthropic strategies, right? Increasingly, they want guidance on sustainability and impact. Right? So to serve this and to help these clients, right? I guess we do need a couple of things to get it right. First of all, it's I think it's technical excellence, which is our ability to design efficient, compliant, and innovative structures across many jurisdictions, wherever they do business or they live. Second is actually cultural fluency, right? We understand the unique dynamics of Asians' family while bringing in global best practices like governance, for example, right? Third is forward-looking perspective to really anticipate how regulations, how markets, how the geopolitics, how technology will evolve. So for us at Bank of Singapore, you're right. Obviously, we are, we are a relatively young bank, but one of our great strengths is our talent, right? So many of my colleagues, our senior bankers, our lawyers and our risk professionals, right? We have all honed our skills, right? We have all developed our skills, cut our teeth at leading global financial centers around the world, at all the many large financial institutions, whether it's London, New York, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Australia, and many of the top private banks as well as investment banks around the world. So in that sense, we understand both worlds, the global standards and the regional nuances, because many of us are, of course, Asians as well. Of course, we have a lot of respect for our competitors, right? However, private banking is ultimately not a contest of size. It is a profession grounded in relationships, trust, and stewardship. So clients today, especially in Asia, they value a partner that understands their culture, their aspirations, who can confidently guide them through uncertainty. So I believe our unique blend of deep Asian roots, our global standards, our client-centric agility uniquely positions us to be that trusted partner to them, right? Above all, I believe, that in private banking, trust is the ultimate currency here. So our clients entrust us not just with their assets, but with their family's future, right? Our tagline is for every generation. So our commitment, right, and my own personal dedication as a senior bank executive and legal compliance leader is that we are worthy that trust every single day, every step of the way. So it's not just clients' short-term profits, but we're talking about long-term. We're talking about generations. So ultimately, that's our commitment to our clients.